So here we are, guys. We got we're looking in a my buddy's car emporium, and we're going to show you our next project. Super cool truck. Never see another one like it. Look at this. It's like a 48 Chevy. Look at this on the back of it. Super cool. It's an old furniture truck. Look at this. It is super, super, super cool. Okay, it's old, yeah. It's got some wear and tear, but it's gonna be a cool patina truck. The roof looks good on it. We'll have to work on a few things. It's got a straight six in it that I might try to get going. I don't know. Hadn't decided yet, but it's going to be super, super, super cool. I think the doors are still good, even though, you know, there are dents and stuff in it. This fender will have to be replaced. But I think I'm going to keep it as a patina truck. I think that's the goal. Super cool truck. We're in the middle of the deal now. I think I've got it. I think I pretty well have it. But this is, if we get this, get it to the shop. That's what we're going to be working on next. So stay tuned. Check that out, boys. There she comes. There she comes. So here's where we're at. New project. I've teased it. I've showed it a little bit. We've got it at the shop now. It's a deal. Done deal. And we don't have anything left to do but finish it. And that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to get to from A to Z. But super cool truck. I'm actually going to try to get that running. Maybe. Who knows? It might work. We're going to try. The firewall is this cool blue color. I'm sure that's original. There's some more of the blue color. Had a little bit of, either that's faded or it's a green color. So you can see a little blue up there. It's got kind of a cool patina, but there is a lot of metal work that has to be done to it. Excuse me. The floors are pretty roached. I got a seat for it. Bottom of the doors pretty roached, pretty bad, but it's nothing worse than I've done before. I've done some other trucks like this before, and they were pretty rough too. So what am I going to do about that? It's super cool. I'm not going to change it a whole lot. I'm not going to do too many drastic things, but you can see that it's a lot wider than the cab. So what I'm thinking about doing is taking that middle window out and shrinking it. There's a panel there. There's a panel you can see right there. And I'm thinking about, I'm gonna measure that and I'm gonna see, but I'm thinking about taking that panel out and narrowing the box to where it barely fits over the wheels. Now, this axle is not going to stay, and the front suspension is going away because it's an I-beam, so it's all going away, and I'm going to put late model suspension in it. And then I'm probably going to get a rear fender off the same year body style truck and integrate it into this and make it look, you know, like it was made that way from, say, a factory situation, you know. I think that would look kind of cool to integrate the rear fender into that. This, I'm going to put wood strips with metal, with you know, metal strips in between them like they are in the other old truck beds, and I think that'll look really cool too. I'm going to take this right here and we're going to remove this wood, and we're going to take the bed and we'll set it right on the frame so this thing sits really low. I'm going to put probably 20s or 22s, put some big wheels on it. I'm thinking about putting airbags, but I haven't decided yet on that. I may just put a regular suspension, drop suspension on it. But either way, I think it's gonna be super cool, and it's probably one of a kind. I mean, I don't know that any of these exist anywhere else. They probably didn't make many. In the meantime, I'm going to soak everything. So the question is how do you approach this this thing? Well, I'm gonna kind of ease into it. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and straighten that out a little bit. It's not gonna work probably, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I might can get it straightened out. Let me get my hammer here. I got me a little hands-free microphone. Hopefully it's working. I don't know for sure, but we'll know after this. Yeah. Well, we're just kind of playing, but you know, I'm probably going to cut that out and replace it. I'm going to replace as much as I need to and as little as I can. As little as I possibly can. I think one of the first things I'm going to do is I want to get the back part here off. So guys, I made me a concoction of transmission fluid and diesel. I'm just trying to loosen it up. If I could dip that thing in a big giant vat of this stuff, I would, but obviously we can't do that. So, but we'll give it a try. We'll loosen it up and take it apart, some of it, and we'll see what we can do. See if we can bring the magic. So knowing how heavy, they had lights in here, all in this thing too. I guess they had tail lights and all, but you know, what's that, you know? Probably some support or something. I don't know, it ain't supporting much because it's pretty flimsy. They got one right there and one right there, one right there. They must have used it as a something to shim it or something. I'm gonna keep all this stuff, and if I need it, I'll remake it. This stuff's it's so rotted. I mean, you can't weld nothing hardly to that probably. So I bet you the rest of this thing is like pretty darn heavy. I bet it's very heavy. Yep. This thing's a little warped. It appears that it's warped, but you know what? I've got a tractor that'll unwarp it. That was a little more violent than it should have been. Right? Probably. But it helped a little. It didn't help greatly, but it helped a little. I might could push it from this side. Is it better? No, not really. Trying to figure out exactly how I want to do that without having to backtrack too much when I go back to welding it, but some of that's going to happen. But I think this line right here is where I want to be. Right here. Okay. Let's see if I can finish this side off here. All right. There's one piece. There's one piece. Got that side off, which is good. This is great. Makes me happy. So what I'm going to end up doing, some of these are all really roached out and bent up. Some of them I might can use though. I might can cut them because I'm going to narrow this thing. I may narrow it in here somewhere. I may actually narrow it a lot. Because what I'm thinking about doing, like I said, I think I told y'all before, I'm going to get some rear fenders that match this truck, extend the running board, fender, and go back. Put a fender on it to match the front, the rears. If I do that, I'll need to go way inboard on it. So here we are, guys. I got that's I guess the rocker. Your rocker, and there's a rod, and that's what it rides on one of these engines. They're a little bit different than that on a V8, but that's what you got on here. I'll take all these off, and that one was loose. I mean, it was not loose. I took it off, but I thought that would be more loose than that, but that. Hey guys, now that we got the engine mostly torn down, I got to get it out of there. And in order to get it out of there easy, is I'm going to have to take this whole front end off. And I think I can do it with just a few bolts. And I can remove this, pull it out of the way in one piece, and get the hood off, and then work on getting the engine out of there. I got to get the starter off, and I can't. It's hard to get to the way it is now, but I got to cut some stuff and get some stuff out of the way and some other stuff. So next will be removing the doghouse on this thing. Okay, so what we got here, that one's really bad. That one's not too bad. The rest of them, that back one is horrible. The four in the middle look to be fairly good, but they're all down in the down position, and which I know some of you guys know, it's whether it's I guess it's the intake position, whatever, and then the other two is in the exhaust or the firing position, however you can say that, I don't know, but anyway, we'll have to take it to the machine shop to see if it's any good. So we've got first series head on a second series block. And from what I've been reading online, it says the later model inline sixes are better than the earlier ones. They made them till 62. It's a 65 or a 55. From 29 to 62, I think that's what it said. And so it's about in the middle. So I guess that's good. So we'll go with that. Guys, just like, share, subscribe. Helps the algorithm, you know. Helps get more likes, helps get more people to watch. Some of this stuff's going to be a little mundane. I'm trying to fast forward through some of the slow parts and hopefully make it more exciting. I know my talking ain't that great, but I'll get there eventually. Y'all take care.